Going on, I'm back again. I'm rolling with the videos today. I got it off work a little bit early today, so I figured I'd just knock out a bunch of videos. In this one video, I'm going to answer 2 questions that I got, and in my next video, I'm going to answer the email that I got. So the first question, I'm going to do the easy one. Well, first, what I'll be covering in this video is hiring employees and training them in that process that I use. And then the second thing I'm going to go over is how to face being nervous for your first walkthrough when you're trying to get an account. Alright, so I'm going to do the easy one first, being nervous. Alright, don't be nervous. Alright, that's not really a tip, right? But what I'm saying is this: you are just as much credited as the next person that's in that building. I'm not sure if the person that Miss Tay Marie, I believe, that asked me that question, if you have a college background or anything like that. But none of that even matters. I don't have a college degree. I went to community college for the apprenticeship program that I'm in, but none of that even matters. You see, I'm not the most articulate person either. So I stumble across my words. I still dress, keep my fitted on. I still have my hoodie on. I just take the hood off when I'm around. Let me get a little bit in this light a little bit. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm professional and I'm cordial though. I'm prompt, I'm always on time, and that's pretty much it. You're gonna be nervous. I can't sit here and act like that I never been nervous or I'm just invincible. But what I do, I mean, some of the things that I would do, I listen to the music that motivate me. And for real, because I remember in that comment you said something about being from the hood or whatever. And that kind of make you nervous just because you start kind of feel like you don't fit in. But really, because that's also my complex. But really, I flip that and let it motivate me, because I feel like, hell, ain't none of them in that room that could outdo what I done did. Now, man, survive the stuff that I done survived. A lot of these guys, they wouldn't even, you couldn't pay them to live where we live. You know what I mean? So, if anything, use that as leverage to motivate you. Like when you walk up in there, you a different breed. For you to be a business owner that came from nothing, that's motivation, alright? So use that as motivation. And then what to expect once you actually get there is going to be simple. You'll have the, forgot what they call them. They call them different things at each company. But basically your franchise company will send out a rep with you. And they'll pretty much do all the talking anyway. They're the ones who's been trained to do this stuff. So they'll go around, talk to the account point of contact. And all the 3 of y'all, probably usually it's about 3 of you guys, is the point of contact at the account that you'll be in contact with on a regular basis. Is the rep that the franchise company will send with you, and then there's you. There's usually the 3 people that's there. Sometimes they might have more than one point of contact, or sometimes if it's a big account, your master franchise owner from the franchise company that you got might come out with the rep too, just so because they want to make sure they take care of the big accounts. But excuse me. But yeah, that's all it pretty much is. Y'all walk around, they show you what you got to clean. They show you hot spots, what to look for. That's pretty much it. You might want to bring a little small notebook or something and a pen just to write notes on, but you probably won't need it because your rep will bring little sheets that pretty much where they'll record the passcodes to alarms. They'll write down all the stuff you got to clean and stuff like that up there. And usually they'll bring another copy for you, or you can still do, like I said, bring your own notebook or whatever to take notes. Usually what I do when I go there, I look all around and try to look for things that I know I'm going to have to hit that the company before me wasn't hit. So the number one thing that you'll find is dust and spider webs. People always miss those. So I'm always looking at corners, and I like to point them out to the customer too, because I know that I'm gonna go back and hit it. And so, but don't go overboard with that, because somebody can easily come behind you and do the same thing. None of us can. It's nobody in this world that can clean something and then another person not come behind them and be able to find one thing. All right, so don't go overboard with that, because somebody can do the same thing to you, but at the same time, just point out the simple stuff that the person before you missed, like the dust on top of the light switch that people never even noticed was going across it. All right. Or over the top the door walkway or something like that. Just run your finger across and pull it down. You know, just play. And for the most part, just play it cool. Keep your mouth shut if you don't know what to say, and let the rep talk. That's what they get paid for anyway. All right, just be cordial and smile and be courteous. That's it. All right, so I'm gonna move on to my next question. My next question was about employees. How do I train them and all that? So here's my process for that. Usually, I do it very quickly, but again, I don't really. I also have 4 accounts, and the one account that I clean twice a week, which is my second largest account, that is I hired my nephew, so it's pretty much no brainer there. But he's the last family member that I ever will hire again. He's actually working out. He's been doing great, but all the rest of my family experiences don't work. So he'll be the last one. Once his day is over, that's it. No more family. But so no real story for him. But as far as my other my large account, I hired for that one. So what I do is first I post an ad on Craigslist. I let if I'm hiring for 2 positions, let's say I'll let 8 people get an interview, because half of them won't show up anyway. Sometimes I might even do 10 interviews. So then I pick from the best 2 from the interview. I try to bring them in on Friday evening for the interview, and interviewing them on a Friday evening is part of my strategy. For one, it's convenient because I'm already out there cleaning anyway on a Friday evening. But for 2, because most of these people are trying to go out and party or something on a Friday evening, so you'll know they're serious if they even showed up to begin with. Most of these people are not trying to show up on a Friday evening. All right, so that's the first thing I do. I interviews on Friday evening. Then on Saturday, midday Saturday, maybe about 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock on Saturday, I do the training. And then on that following Monday, they'll start work. So that's pretty much my hiring process. It's very quick because in this business, you usually have a high turnover ratio. I actually have, contrary to what it might look like to y'all, because I done told you I had to fire, how many I fired? 3 people already, but the people that have, that one guy that started with me in the large building, he's been there with me ever since I had the building. So that's good, as well as my little nephew. He's been there since we started the building. So it's not, my turnover ratio isn't horrible. And then if you look at the fact that the people that I had to let go were actually fired instead of quit, that's a good thing, because otherwise they probably would still be with me. I know for a fact one of them would. So that's my hiring process. All right, so now how I pay my employees is I pay them on a set rate. I go in there and I say, okay, it takes me about 2 hours to clean this building, and I know that I'm pretty much a slow cleaner. So I look at how long it takes me to clean the building. I look at how long it takes my wife to clean the building. She's a lot faster than me. And then she's also accurate, but not as accurate as me. So I kind of combine the 2, but I usually base it off of my time. And then I take that time and multiply it whatever the hourly rate is that's acceptable in my area. So around here, I can get away with anywhere from $8 to $10 an hour. So depending on who it is and their experience or how well I think they work out, let's just say I use $8 an hour. Now, better yet, I use 10 just for the math to make this simple. So, all right. So if it take me 2 hours to do the building, and I'm going to pay them $10, I'm going to use that $10 an hour rate to figure out what I'm going to pay them every month, because I pay once a month on the 5th. So everything that you do this month, you'll get paid next month on the 5th for. All right. And so what I do is, if it takes me 2 hours to clean today, and it's 5-day-a-week account, what is that? 2 times 5, 10 hours a week. And 10 times 10, $100. All right. Simple. So then they get $100, but then you take 100 times 4 weeks in a month, because it's usually 20 days in a month that you would clean on a 5-day account. And then you take that, so what, 20 times 4 weeks in, I'm sorry, $100 a week times 4 weeks in a month. $400 a month is what they get paid. And that's how I pay my people. So, because you can't really pay them by the hour, because if they end up getting in there and they're slower than you, and they milk the clock or something like that, now you can't even really prepare your budget, because they're just in there milking the clock, going over budget, they're working too slow. And so then you force to fire them because they're not working up to par. But if you set a set rate for them and you just pay them that every month, then what was my point? Then they can't milk the clock, and right, and so you're not being you won't be have the pressure to have to do some type of repercussions if they're not meeting the time. It's just on them. And so the way I explain to my employees is this: okay, so if you do the math right and you get $400 a month, if you divide that up and figure out how much you're getting paid an hour, if you really want to know, it equals 10, right? So imagine if you were able to knock this out in an hour instead of 2 hours. But now you're getting $20 an hour. Because I don't take away their pay if they're able to do it faster than what I projected them to do it. But I also don't add on either if it takes them longer. So that keeps them motivated to get in and get out. And then also I do little, I might throw them an extra $20 to $50 if they don't get any complaints or something. So that's an incentive to do great. But I mean, that's not mandatory. That's just something I do. Or I might even figure out a way to do some type of repercussions if they do get complaints all the time. So then that incentive there for them to also be, what is the word I'm looking for, accurate. So that way, so now they got speed down and they got accuracy down, which makes them efficient. So that's my whole hiring process. I told y'all one of my last videos here that I supposed to be interviewing a guy, Sebastian. He's been in the business for 6 years, and he explained to me how his hiring process works and how he pays employees. So hopefully I can get him on. I think his process is creative, and I'm probably going to adopt it here if once things pass over in my business. But he definitely gave me some tips that I'm gonna use. So anyway, those are the answers to the 2 questions. This video was kind of long, but hopefully you enjoyed it. It was good information. I appreciate you for watching, subscribing, commenting, liking. Thank you.